thought I was hearing voices last night in this place. I had my brown noise playing on my phone and I kept thinking I was hearing whispers. So I'm happy to be here, but I'm also hoping to make it out alive. If there are any presences in this place, no, you are not welcome within here, and I will show you my boobs if that means you will leave me alone. This is where I'll be staying for the next 2 days. Cabin on the left over there. Haunted? Maybe. I booked this cabin before I read We Used to Live Here, and if you guys watch my vlog where I watched We Used to Live Here, you know that book is set in the woods in the middle of nowhere, and really sketchy, scary shit happens with that book. Yeah, thank God it's not snowing or else I'd be really freaked out. I brought my dog too, so it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be in this cabin for the next couple days. I just wanted to kind of get away. I've been mentioning to you guys I want like a camping vibe, so this is perfect. I didn't film my first night here, which was last night. I kind of wanted a night to myself. I mostly watched the Apothecary Diaries, caught up on that, did some journaling, sat with my thoughts, and I did start my first book, How to End a Love Story, which I'll talk to you guys about in a second. Just wanted a quick little solo trip. I'm really not here for too long. Morning! I have no pants on, and the plan for the next literally day, because I'm only here for another day, is to have no pants, no bra, just me and a book. I thought I was hearing voices last night in this place. I had my brown noise playing on my phone and I kept thinking I was hearing whispers. So I'm happy to be here, but I'm also hoping to make it out alive. If there are any presences in this place, no, you are not welcome within here, and I will show you my boobs if that means you will leave me alone. Please, I'm begging. It took me so long to even become tired last night, so I ended up reading so much of this book. So much of this book. I think I got to page... I marked it. I know I'm dog-earing pages. I probably shouldn't do that, but I also really don't care. I got to page 186. I was just in bed, me and my reading light, like, ugh. And I'm gonna finish this morning. The plan is to finish this before this afternoon, and then I'm going to read The Night and the Moth. I'm 50 pages into this book. I actually started it a couple days ago, but then I decided to like stop reading it and put it off until I came to this cabin. So I'm gonna read this afternoon, in hopes that I finish it before I leave tomorrow at like 11 a.m. That's when I'm planning to leave. How to End a Love Story. This book has been sitting on my shelf since I took a trip to LA last May or something. That's when I first got this book, came back, put it on my shelf. It's been sitting there ever since. When I was going through my books, I noticed that I had 2 copies of it, so I ended up deciding to go ahead and sell my extra copy of it. And then I was looking at like the copy I was keeping and I was like, why have I never read this book before? I'm just reading some really freaking good books this summer. This is one of them. It is so good. Heyo, quick little trigger warning for mentions of suicide. I'm about to touch on it because it is a major topic in this book. I'm going to touch on it for a little bit here, but if that is something that you absolutely cannot listen to, look in the description below and I will put timestamps of when I briefly mention this topic that is in this book. The 2 main characters have such a tragic and twisted past because Grant Shepard, the MMC of the book, got in a car accident. Well, I'm trying to like word it as best as I can. He hit her sister when he was 18. I don't know how old her sister was, but it was her sister's fault because her sister did not want to be alive. And that is something he has had to live with for the entirety of his life, obviously. And that is something that is so traumatizing. We have Helen, our main character, who that was her sister, so that obviously like makes things with him very, very tense. Helen wrote a book and her book is becoming a movie. And so when she goes to LA to meet with the writer's room, because she's going to be in the writer's room before the production of the movie to like get it, to script, he is one of the writers. Just their fucking luck. He is one of the writers and they slowly go from hating each other, but also she is forgave him, but like there's still this tension there. They go from hating each other, very much disliking each other, to lovers, and I'm at the part where they're lovers, and oh my gosh, like I just know what the third act conflict is gonna be, but I don't even give a fuck. I don't even give a fuck. It's gonna be a warranted third act conflict, and I honestly cannot wait for the pain to come. They're just so happy right now though. I know it's gonna like It's gonna hit me like a bus. This has been incredible so far, and this is what I'm gonna continue reading this morning. I'm really liking Helen's character. She is a first generation American. Her parents immigrated to the United States from China, so even reading about her interactions with her parents is very interesting. Today's video is kindly sponsored by Pair Eyewear. I'm wearing a new pair of lenses from Pair Eyewear, the Murphys. I decided to switch it up and wear a pair that is more like square and boxier and bigger rather than my normal small little oval shape. I just wanted to change it up, and I actually really like these. I got them in clear. I have my prescription in them. If you don't want to add a prescription to a pair of glasses, you can also add blue light or just get a pair that doesn't have anything in it and just wear them for fun. Something that I really like about Pair Eyewear is you can very easily change up the singular pair of glasses that you got by getting a top frame. They have a lot of different top frames to choose from on their website. I got a sun top option that is in this tortoise shell. It's just perfect for when I'm on the go, when I'm driving and not wanting to put my contacts in for the day. I keep my glasses on, but I don't have to worry about being blinded by the sun because boom, can put on the sun top. I also got a red burgundy color that you can just throw on. And then lastly, I got tortoise, but without the sun top. Can you tell that I like tortoise? Pair Eyewear is definitely more affordable than traditional glasses. Their base frames start at just $60 and their top frames start at $25. And they offer free shipping to the United States and Canada. They have glasses for men, women, and kids, and they have so many different unique top frames to choose from. If you're unsure about a pair of glasses from Pair Eyewear, you just don't know how it's gonna end up looking on you, they do have a virtual try-on option. I used it for these Murphys and I love the way they turned out. You guys can click the link in the description box down below or scan my QR code that will be on the screen to get 15% off your first pair at Pair Eyewear. Thank you, Pair Eyewear, for sponsoring today's video, and let's get back into the vlog. The way Helen's mom is speaking to her right now is making me so emotional, and I understand the tension and like the trickiness with her being with Grant and her parents like having a reaction to that, of course, but it doesn't break my heart any less to see how they are treating Helen right now. Not her dad at the moment, just the way her mom is speaking to her. Like, it's making me so sad. It's making me really sad. I hope Helen stands up for herself, because throughout the entirety of the book we see that she already has, despite that, a interesting relationship with her parents, especially with like the information she shares with her parents. So I'm just hoping maybe Helen will stand up for herself, or we'll have some sort of resolve in the book with their relationship or some boundaries set. I don't know. I need something. Oh my gosh, her mom read her text on her iPad. Her mom also read her diary in high school and then came in and was like, why would you write these things about your mother? That pisses me off. Oh, that was a crazy sentence from Helen. Oh my god, like my holy shit. Phineas, you do not have to get up and check on me, but you also can. I cannot believe Helen just said that to her mother. I just got to the love confession. I know you're shaking, you're sitting on the bed right now. Can I read it to you? Would that be okay? Can I read it to you guys? No, I'm literally obsessed. I want all of it this time. Oh god. Bitch, you look a mess. Bitch, you look a mess, and the camera is shaking because you can't sit still. I want all of it this time. I want the nights, the days, and the weekends, and the holidays. I want you at my side and in my bed and in my life. Ah! I want to meet your parents. I want to take you to a sheep farm in fucking Ireland and my dad's place in Boston. I want to see what kind of person you are when you're 80. Literally, someone... The spirits can take me now after reading this love confession. I don't even give a f. Oh god. Oh great heavens. They're so cute. They're so cute. They're so cute and I love them. And I love them. I am still curious to see what the parents think about this. There was a little bit of a resolution a couple chapters earlier. Not necessarily a resolution completely, but I feel good about a conversation. It wasn't even a conversation, an interaction that Helen and her mom had. I felt good about that. So we'll see if there's anything else touching on that in this book. I love you so much it doesn't make sense to me in words. Oh, this was such a good reply. In that case, he lowers his head to kiss her. Again, let's talk less. Wait, that was good. That was like a really good reply. Oh my god. I was about to say, I'm finishing up the literal last chapter of How to End a Love Story. And I got up to use the bathroom and there's this tiny couch that's at the very end of the bed. Phineas is so big. She's taking up all of it. And I was going to show you her just like pass the fuck out on it, but she woke up. Here's Finn and the couch that fits her body shape perfectly. Let me fix your ear. Good morning. How cute. Also in the background, you can see that there's another cabin right there. There's something off about that one. When you look at them next to each other, mine looks like fine and that one just looks like straight out of a horror movie. So I'm kind of glad I'm not staying in that one. Want me, love me, have me, keep me in happily ever after. Oh my god, I loved this book. I loved this book so much. This was really, really, really good. Wow, contemporary romance has just been hitting this summer. Can't believe I put this book off for as long as I did. I'm glad when I was going through my bookshelf I noticed that I had 2 copies of it so that I could 1, get rid of a second copy because I don't need 2 copies of this book, and 2, read this freaking book because I have a signed copy. This is signed. Oh, Yulin Kwong, you just have a way with words. An absolute way with words. And I was feeling butterflies in my stomach with Helen and Grant's interaction. Grant fucking Shepherd, I just really love him. I dog-eared pages last night because I need to go back and highlight the shit out of some of these pages. I didn't have a highlighter in bed and I was not about to get up because the voices. I was not about to get up. But there were so many things he said or little touches that they had throughout this book that just made me absolutely giddy. They made me giddy. Oh my god, the little touches were really what was everything. The relationship with her mom, I feel good about it. Like with the way the book ended, I feel good about it. Was it fully addressed? No, but is it something that's actually going to be fully addressed in real life? Like sometimes you just have to compromise in a relationship like that. And so I liked what Yulin did with Helen and her family. I don't feel bad about it with the book ending. Ooh, let me read the back for you if you don't know anything about this book. Helen hasn't seen Grant Shepherd once in the 13 years since the tragic accident that bound their lives together forever. Now a best-selling author, Helen pours everything into her career. She's even scored a coveted spot in the writer's room of the TV adaptation of her young adult novels. And if she can hide her imposter syndrome, surely the rest of her life will fall into place too. LA is the fresh start she needs. Also, when she was living in LA, when they were like saying places they were going, I was like, I know where that is. I love that. After all, no one knows her there except Grant. Grant has done everything in his power to move on from his past, including building a life across the country. And while the panic attacks have never quite gone away, he's well liked around town as a screenwriter. He knows he shouldn't have taken the job on Helen's show, but it will open doors to developing his own projects that he just can't pass up. Grant's exactly as Helen remembers him, charming, popular, and lovable in ways. Grant was homecoming king at their high school, and Helen was this goody two-shoes, not necessarily mean, but by the book type of girly, and she still is throughout this book. So their interactions, like seeing this homecoming king-esque man and then like her type of personality, very like someone would describe as rigid. It was just fun to read about them. Helen's exactly as Grant remembers too, brilliant, beautiful, closed off, but working together is messy and electrifying. And Helen's parents, who have never forgiven Grant, have no idea he's in the picture at all. When secrets come to light, they must reckon with the fact that theirs was never meant to be any kind of love story. And yet the key to making peace with their past and themselves might just lie in holding on to each other in the present. I can't believe it's already over! Why did I read that so fast? I cannot believe I finished that book so freaking fast. Next, I'm gonna read The Night and the Moth. I looked up fan art on Pinterest the other night because I read, like I said, 50 pages of this the other day. And this is some of the fan art that I saw on Pinterest. The guy in this book, MMC, Rory, the like smudge around his eye, the eyeliner. I don't know what it is. It's just like, I'm in love with another Roderick. His government name is Roderick, right? Let me double check that. I think it was Roderick and he goes by Rory. Like I have gotten into it very easily. Like with the fantasy book, sometimes it's hard to like jump into what's going on. I feel like from the start, I already have an idea of what's going on. Sybil, our FMC of the book, I don't even know the right verbiage to use for this. She's a dreamer, and at this place that she lives with all the other dreamers, she has to serve 10 years there as a dreamer, and people come for these dreamers to like almost read their futures. She like predicts things that are gonna happen in people's lives. So people will like come pay a lot of money for them to like tell them how things in their life or like a specific thing coming in their life is gonna go. But when they dream, they die. They have to like drown, drink their blood and drown. It's kind of crazy. It's actually really crazy, not just kinda. She's nearing the end of her service there, and near the end of it, some like knights come, and there's one knight in particular who's just like rude and snarky, and they're kind of button heads from the time that they meet each other. And at the part that I got to, he is taking her and all the other dreamers or whatever they're called to town because they're not allowed to leave the cathedral, but they're almost done and they've never really experienced anything or remember experiencing anything outside of that place. So him and the other knights, she like blackmails them to take them to town. So at the part that I'm at in the book, they're like getting drunk at a tavern or like something. Whoa, I didn't read the summary of this book. And now I'm reading the summary to make sure I'm like using the right verbiage to explain it to you guys. Just as she and her sister diviners near the end of their service, a mysterious knight arrives at the cathedral. Okay, we don't need to know about Roderick. We know he's rude, devilishly handsome, blah, blah, blah. Sybil's fellow diviners began to vanish one by one. I didn't know that was about to happen. She has no choice but to seek his help in finding them. For the world outside the cathedral is wrought with peril. Only the gods have the answer she is seeking, and as much as she'd rather avoid Roderick's dark eyes and sharp tongue, only a heretic can defeat a god. Whoa, things are about to get crazy. Hurt somebody for her. Oh, that's what it's looking like. He did already kind of hurt somebody for her. Well, less for her, more for him, but also for her. I don't know. He's about to hurt somebody, more like something, a gargoyle. He goes, "Which one, diviner?" Rory's voice was deathly calm. He looked over his shoulder at me. "Which one marked up your face?" This is what it has sounded like the entire time that I've been here, which is also why I have not talked to you outside. Despite it not feeling bad, it's very humid, so my camera does keep fogging up, unfortunately. But it's also way too loud out here, I think, to speak to you anyways. It's 7 a.m. I need to leave by 10:30 a.m. this morning. I need to be out of this place by 11, so I just want to leave a little bit before then. I'm on page 200 of this book. I'm just gonna read as much as I can. I don't know how much I'm gonna be able to read. I've been a little bit of a slow reader with it, like reading probably like 35 to 40 pages an hour. We'll see how far I get. Regardless, I'm gonna finish it tonight if I don't finish it while I'm still here. Wanna know what I found? A Guy Fieri, a Guy Fieri book. Let me grab it. I grew up on diners, drive-ins, and dives. And they have this book in here. It's covered in dust. And it looks like it was from the thrift store for $2.99. There's dust all over this thing. Oh man. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, every single recipe in here would send me into cardiac arrest, but I just know it's good. 3 cheese macaroni. I would probably give this 5 stars. I have 100 pages left of The Night and the Moth. I thought coming into this trip that I would be able to finish it before the trip was over, but I really haven't been here for too long. I just stayed at this cabin for 2 nights. I don't want to stay here another night, so this was a fun little short trip at this cabin, ready to go back to the safety and comfort of my apartment. Was it smart of me to come stay in a creepy ass cabin after reading the horror books that I've been reading? We used to live here specifically. I'm a girl who wants adventure. I'm a girl who has been craving a camping vibe, but it's too hot to do that outdoors, so a cabin had to do. And did I die? No. I mean, you're watching this vlog, I'm fine. It's okay. Was I scared? Yes. Did the ghost here wake me up between the hours of 3 a.m. and 4 a.m. both nights? Yes. 3:19 the first night, 3:27 last night. It's okay, I made it out alive, it's fine. Wasn't able to finish this. I'm still going to continue this vlog when I get home so I can finish up this book and give you guys my final thoughts. I am absolutely devouring this so far though. The fantasy, incredible. The romance, like slightly tied in there, incredible. Rory, I'm in love with another Roderick. This man is fine. The charcoal around the eyes, oh my god, it is doing something to me. A lot of people have said that they picture him like Timothée Chalamet with charcoal around his eyes. I picture him like Bellamy Blake with charcoal around the eyes. And you know, like a night suit. Is that the proper term? Night suit? There is this side character in this book that's not even, well, I mean, he is a character. He's a gargoyle. There's this gargoyle in this book that reminds me of Donkey from Shrek, but a more like tame, less annoying, more cutesy Donkey from Shrek, even though like Donkey, he was cute, but Donkey, like, he's meant to be a little bit more annoying and you just love him despite the annoyances. I wouldn't say the gargoyle is as annoying as Donkey, but he gives me Donkey vibes. I'm obsessed with this fucking gargoyle that follows Six and Rory and everybody around, or he goes along with Six on her journey to find the other diviners. He just says the most out of pocket bullshit that has me laughing out loud. He just has these like random comments and everybody's like, what? And Six is like, shut up. And he calls everybody Bartholomew. It's kind of endearing and cute. I handed her the gargoyle Stoneclaw. Will you find a quiet room for him and put a blanket over his head? He's liable to break something if he doesn't get at least 8 hours of sleep. He has to sleep with a blanket over his head, like a blanket over the bird cage or something. He's just so cute. And he cries, like he gets super emotional. It'll say like his lip wobbled and he's about to cry when something goes wrong. And everybody's like, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. In my recent book tag, I was mentioning that characters that have stuck with me this year have been Helene and Inej. I do think the gargoyle is gonna be up there with Helene and Inej living within my brain space because his character is just written so wonderfully and it's a little bit of comedic relief, but also my heart is warmed at the same time when it comes to him. Rachel Gillig is just really good at writing a unique fantasy tale. She did a really good job with One Dark Window and Two Twisted Crowns and that duology, and the omens within this one, the diviners, and the magical system as a whole in this has been done really well so far. And also like the whole visualization of knights wearing their armor. I love it. I love it. Okay, I am now heading home. Goodbye to this haunted cabin. Finn's ready to go home too. I didn't bring her bed because she could sleep on this bed and she's been like, girl, where the is my bed at? So I'm gonna head home and then I will talk to you guys later tonight when I pick this book back up and finish it. The direction the ending of this is taking, I kind of expected something like this to happen, but I didn't expect this exact thing to happen. The entire like last chapter has been a, whoa, they're setting up the plot for the second book and the second book is gonna be good. And the second book is gonna be so good. I heard his wailing sobs on the other side of the wall. Bartholomew! The gargoyle yelling Bartholomew! Ah! I love this fucking gargoyle. And now I'm sad. So I need the second book actually like right now. I have said this throughout this video. I'm gonna say it again. I love Rachel Gillig. I love her writing. I love her fantasy worlds. This was yet another fantasy world where I felt like I was walking through a foggy forest. I felt like I was here the entire time while reading this book. There were just these dark, gothic themes. The magical system as a whole, like the omens, the manipulation of religion and gods in this. I always love reading about like that type of fantasy. The Hamlets, the knights, everything about it. So good. Oh, God, the ending too. Like I knew it had to take a turn because there's gonna be a second book and you can't like end up being like hee hee ha ha, or else like no one's gonna be excited for the second book. But also like both of these books that I read in this video, I think I'm gonna give them both 4.5 stars. I really need to tell you guys about how I'm rating books nowadays and like go through my rating system. I need to like think through how I'm rating books because I don't even know if there's like a rhyme or rhythm to how I rate books. Recently though, I've been just like rating books based off of like vibes and how I feel while reading them. And if I have a good time, it's probably getting 4.5 stars, like a really good time. And then if I like had I don't know, I guess this goes the same if it's a 5-star read. I'm not being super stingy at the moment. That's what I guess I can say. Not being super stingy, but also all the books I've been rating 4.5, 5 stars. I feel like there's been a lot recently. If you follow me on Fable, you can see there's been a lot recently. I just have been like really loving the books that I've been reading. And you know what? That's okay. And I'm also picking books that I know I'm gonna like most of the time. This is definitely going to be one of my top fantasy books. This might even move up to 5 stars after thinking about it. I just thought like, again, the blend of like dark gothic fantasy and then this tender romance throughout the book, it was just seamless and it was just perfect. And I love Rachel Gillick.